Hi, I'm Andrea and welcome back to Eyebrows 101. This is part 2 of our little eyebrow series on how to groom and prune, which was the last video. And this video will teach you how to fill in your eyebrows and then pluck around them to make sure that your eyebrows have the most gorgeous natural shape possible. I'm going to teach you how to do it, so let's dive right in. If you haven't watched the video that I did on pruning and grooming your eyebrows, make sure you go watch that and then come back to this one because that's an excellent precursor to what we're about to dive into here. Let's get started on this though. I'm going to take our eyeliner and cocoa and I'm going to mark the center of my eyebrows where truly my eyebrows should start, because let me tell you, they don't start where they're supposed to. Like we did in the pruning and grooming video, I'm going to take my tweezers, I'm going to come parallel to the bridge of my nose, I'm going to go up, I'm going to mark. All right, so you can totally tell that my eyebrows don't quite meet where they actually should start. So I'm gonna do my best with our cocoa eyeliner because I have dark brown hair. We'll make some suggestions for other shades for other hair colors. But I'm gonna use this and I'm going to just kind of fill in lightly, just teeny tiny little strokes going towards my eyebrows, and then I'm gonna stop. I'm probably only gonna add like 2 or 3. I'm going to brush all the hairs up so that I can really see where the sparse areas are, and then I'm going to slightly tame it down. I'm going to use the angled eyeliner brush into an eyeshadow that we make called Brownie Points. It matches my hair almost perfectly, and if you have dark hair, that's what you want to go for. You want to get an eye of shadow or a brow powder that matches very closely to your natural hair color, and if you have light hair, you want to get an eyeshadow that is a little bit darker than your natural hair color. I have a little bit of Brownie Points eyeshadow loaded up on this angled eyeliner brush. It's just an angled brush that's nice and sturdy. I'm going to have the angle pointing down, and I'm going to start right here at the innermost area, very, very lightly going up into the sparse areas of my brows. I'm definitely going to use Brownie Points to cover up those little lines that I did so that the lines don't seem as harsh, and I'll probably use my finger to blend them in. Next, before going too far into the front area of my eyebrow, I'm going to come to the center where the arch is and where I know that the more sparse areas are, and I want to complete that before I do any more darkness up here. That way I don't have a really dark blob at the front and then getting it super light and then have to make it all really dark in order to match that front. So what we know from the last video is that that arch should really be starting 2/3 of the way into your eye. And if you want a quick little way, you can look at the edge of your iris and just go straight up. And that's where your arch should be. I'm going to fill in above it and below it in all the little sparse areas and out to where it should end, which we know the invisible line all the way to the edge. I've got all the sparse areas on the outside filled in, so I'm going to come back into the inner area and I'm going to marry the two together. I am doing incredibly light strokes, and there is very, very little powder on my brush. Before I fill this eyebrow in anymore, I want to go ahead and finish this eyebrow over here, and then I want to compare the two. Because if I have to do any evening out, I don't want to have to go too dark. And what I see a lot of people do is that they'll do this one completely and super dark, and then this one, and then they're like, oh man, I have like 2 caterpillars on my face. That's not what I meant. So just go lightly at first. You can always add more. I think they look pretty even. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look around the entire perimeter of my eyebrows, and I'm going to make sure that there aren't any little hairs, especially up here in this little area, that aren't actually a part of my eyebrow structure that I want to get rid of. And then I can already tell you that underneath my eye right here, especially when I relax my eyes, there's definitely some strays down there that I want to clean up, and I want to kind of raise the level right here just a little bit because it tends to make my eyes look a little bit smaller, and I want my eyes to look a little bit more open. So I'm going to relax my eyes and I'm going to look into a mirror, and from there I'm going to make my decisions. I've completed my final cleanup and I just want to share a couple of things with you. So I noticed that this brow was a little bit too pointy and the arch was a little bit higher than this one. So I did just pluck a couple of the hairs right at the tip top of the arch to bring it down so that they were more even. And then I also came up from underneath, just like I said, and plucked just a few hairs one by one as I compared the two sides to just raise the overall height of my eyebrows and to make my eyes appear a little bit more open. I hope this video has given you the confidence to try putting on your eyebrows the next time you put on your makeup. You are going to notice such a massive impact from this subtle little thing. Your eyes are going to look more youthful, more bright and alive, and your natural beauty is going to shine through even more. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a lot of fun trying this new technique.